Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I shared a video with you recently saying that I have too many handbags, and I still think that it's time to make some tough decisions and let some of these go. I think there's about 40 bags behind me on the shelves. That's not counting my two Neverfulls or the Speedy multicolour version, which is out there on display as decor. So of these, I need to let some go. And it's not about the number. It's not that there's a certain number that I can live with. I just have to love them, really, really love them. Doesn't matter if they're not getting used. If I still love them, that's fine. But I know there are some on these shelves that I just don't love enough, or maybe that I really loved them when I got them, but they've kind of lost their magic and I've lost the spark a little bit, and it's time to let some of those go. So I'm going to go through all of the bags as I nearly fall over. I'm going to go through all of the bags on the shelves and work them into three piles. There'll be a pile that I know are definitely staying, bags that I'm never going to let go of, that I'm not even considering selling. They'll be the easy ones. Then there'll be a pile of the bags that I'm fairly certain I'm ready to let go, and then there'll be a middle pile of ones I'm kind of on the fence about and thinking about should I sell, and I would love it if you guys could give me some help on those and deciding on which ones should definitely go. When we finish, I will turn the camera around and let you see what's in the different piles as we work through them. Let's start with the easy one. This bag's going nowhere. This teal Chanel Caviar Mini, I absolutely adore. I get so much use out of this. I can wear this bag on repeat. It goes with so much of my wardrobe. I know some of you would love me to let this one go, but I'm sorry, this one is staying. It goes with so much. Like if I even just, on what I'm wearing today, it's so cool. It's just so easy to wear. It's just, this bag going nowhere. Next is the Meredith bag. This is definitely staying. Apart from the fact that I love this bag and it's pink and fuchsia and sparkly and gorgeous, if I said this bag was going anywhere, I don't think I could face Meredith again. This one is definitely staying. I think these bags are just stunning. And I know they're sequins and that puts some people off them because they're not going to be as hard wearing as, say, a leather bag. And some people worry about styling them. But if you look at what I'm wearing today, I have on oversized pinstripe suit trousers. I have an old baggy oatmeal jumper on, and this, like that works. That as an outfit would be a complete vibe. And it's sequenced and it still works with something as casual as that. So this is definitely staying, and the deal version, which is the purple one back here and was the first one of these two that I had. This bag's not going anywhere either. So these two can very easily go into the staying pile. So we're talking about the deal in the Meredith bags. Their pictures are beside me. So they're right here with us, judging in case I decide to say any of their bags are going anywhere. Yous aren't, ladies, yous are here to stay. Started on an easy shelf, I think. The Dior sequenced mini. This is staying. Of course this is staying. This bag's absolutely stunning. Again, people wonder how to style these. There you go. That works with something as simple as this. Even with a pair of sneakers, trainers, runners, whatever they're called where you come from. Beautiful. This is staying. And this is one of the bags that I was kind of thinking, what should I do about? And I'll tell you why. Because of this bag. These for me, I think, are very similar in how I wear them. Probably would have thought it was this one, a direct competitor to the Chanel Raffia, but it's not really. This one is definitely staying. This is my summer bag. This gets pulled out every single holiday and comes with me, so that's going nowhere. I did wonder if they would be duplicitous, but they aren't really. The two that I have found more duplicitous in my collection are these. When I would wear one or the other, I wear one or the other. I find the times I would wear each of these bags are pretty doubled up, and I kind of think, oh, it's maybe a little excessive. That's funny, the whole room's excessive, but I kind of think that these two, maybe I need to make a decision on. I probably would keep this one, the Raffia version. I just love it. I just think it's quirky and it's different. This one I do love, but I just don't know if I love enough. Maybe it's because it's got a blue background, which is not my favourite colour of bags. I love the chain that went through it, and that made this quite an expensive version of a Chanel Mini. This was more expensive than others because of this chain detail. I do love the colour, but for the price of these bags, I wonder, has this one lost its magic a little bit for me, and if I should consider letting this one go. So I'm going to put this in the maybe going pile, and I'm going to put the Raffia version in the staying pile. An easy one, the Chanel Raspberry Lambskin Chevron Mini that I was obsessed with, had to track down. Just adore, even with grey bottoms. This bag's, it's just stunning. This bag's going nowhere. I don't think I could ever get rid of this bag. Even when I don't wear it much, it just, although I've been wearing it recently, I just think it's stunning. So that bag's definitely staying. Staying pile looks like a Quality Street tin. I'll show you that when we're finished. The mini saddle. When I first got this, if I'm honest, sat in its box for a little while before I unboxed it, and I wasn't using it. And I did start to think, have I made a mistake? Should I not have bought that? Why am I not using it? Then once I got it out and started using it and put my Fendi strap on it, I've used this actually quite a bit. I think when I say quite a bit, let's have a reality check. In comparison to this collection, because I've quite a few bags, so none of them get used overly. But as my bags go, this one has been used. And since I've put this strap on it, I love it. I think it's very usable. I don't care that it's Fendi and Dior. I think it's a really cool, edgy bag. I think it's a bit of a vibe. So having been a bit concerned about that, if I'd made the wrong choice buying it, I've now decided it's definitely staying because I get a lot of use out of it. I think it's cool and fun and I just really like it. So this one's definitely staying. 2 mini capucines. I know this one is a favourite that some people would like me to sell. I just can't. I haven't used it very much, but this is one of those bags that I love so much that even when I'm not using it that much, it doesn't get close to the let me go stage because I just love it. My heart has this bag, or this bag is my heart, and I don't know, I just can't, even though I don't wear it as much. But if you look at this with these colours, it's fab. The reason this one doesn't get worn that much is because there's so much competition of the same colour. And I know that's my own fault before anybody tells me, but I just can't let it go, regardless of not getting a super amount of use, because I just think it's so fab. Next mini capucines is the new one. I still haven't worn this yet. And I'm not going to make rash decisions though, because I still love this bag, and I got this bag towards the end of summer last year. This for me is a summer bag with the colours on it and the enamel handle. So this is another one that doesn't bother me that it hasn't actually been used yet, because the season will come. This is one of those bags I think that is so beautiful that I will be able to bring out year after year after year. So it doesn't matter if its use is not that high. This is what I mean. There's other bags that I'm thinking I need to let go because I'm not really using, but it's really because I don't really love and don't look for. Whereas not really using but love and quite happy to stay. Classic flap, a black classic bag, not the highlight of my collection, I don't think. Not one of the bags that I'm most in love with, but I love because it's so usable. I wear this to work now that I've got my chain extended, and this fits perfectly on me crossbody. I get an awful lot of use out of this bag, and also, if I'm pretty blunt, I'm not buying another one of these at the boutique prices. Just not doing it. I've had this one for 5 years, so I paid quite a bit less than what the boutique price is now. So this is staying. This is one of those staple bags that's just going to stay and be in my collection and get used a lot over years, I think. Another bag that's definitely staying is the Gucci Super Mini. I laugh at this because Bestie thought I would never wear this bag. Gets a lot of use because it's so light, and although it has a chain strap and it doesn't have a leather part in it, the bag isn't very big, so there's very little normally in it. There's a card normally, a phone, maybe a lip gloss, so it doesn't get too heavy. I wear this to concerts, I wear this on holiday. It's a bag that for the price of it, I get a lot of use out of, and definitely not going anywhere. That's staying. This one, maybe not staying. So I think I have finally decided. I've talked about this in a lot of videos. I bought this because I love the colour. I think the colour is fabulous, and I know it does work. So again, with today's outfit, it works with grey, with oatmeal, but my preference is one of those pinks with this outfit. And I think I bought this because I love bright colours and I love bright yellow. Loved the colour of it, loved the idea of a quirky bright yellow saddle. Thought that was a bit cool, but never really used. And I think just not a bag that's going to work for me. And I've had it for long enough, and I've worn it I think once for about half an hour. And at the time I wore it because I was thinking, you need to wear that bag. not because I was, oh, I love that, let's wear it. So this one is in the letting go pile. I love this, but I don't wear it very much, but I love it. It's another bag that, even though doesn't get a huge amount of use with me, I am definitely not at the stage to say I'm going to let it go. I think it's stunning. I love the ribbon that goes through it. It has the Coco Chanel ribbon that runs through the tweed on this bag. I think it's very iconic and very quintessentially Chanel. I probably don't use it as much because it's black and white, and I generally go for bright, candy, quality street, jewel type tones. But I love it, and I don't think I want to let it go. I don't think it's one that I'm ready to say, no, I don't want you anymore. Because it's one of those that, even though it's not used, my heart still loves it, so this one stays. Next is the Coco Crush. I've actually considered letting this go. Not because I don't love it. I love the colour. I think the colour's absolutely beautiful. The little ball on the Coco Crush makes it quite heavy, and I have an old shoulder injury, so if I wear this for any length of time, it can pull on my shoulder and start to hurt because of this. More than you would think this little ball adds. It's actually got quite a weight in it. But why I use this bag so much, I think this bag I use to kind of protect this bag. That sounds daft, but stay with me. I love this bag so much, and it's lambskin. And I'm not normally someone that babies or is worried about using bags, but I would be gutted if anything happened to this. So I think a lot of the time I wear this, and this one gets more used and abused, probably. Not abused, I don't abuse any of my bags, but it gets more use than this to keep this in pretty perfect condition. So that's why I think this one stays. It's very duplicitous though, and I totally understand that. Totally understand that these two, very, very similar and fill the same position. This one I use, well, this is casual as well. This one I probably use more as a throw on. I'm going to put it in the maybe, but I think it's probably going to stay for that reason. These three are easy. I think the Petite Mal is one of my favourite bags of all time. I had this out with me on Saturday night, and Friday night. We got home at 4 in the morning. There was a lot of dancing. This one was covered in drink. Yeah, I know purists would not be happy, but I adore this bag. This bag makes me so happy. This has got far more use than I ever thought. I wouldn't even consider letting this go. For me, it's such a staple in my collection. Then there is this one, which is the older Petite Mal, the smaller one. Love the colour. Again, get a huge amount of use out of this. Adore. Going absolutely nowhere. I think box bags, hard bags like this, are one of my favourites. Back at the top of my wish list. It's been on my wish list for quite some time, but it's made its way back up near enough to the top, is the Dior 30 Montaigne box bag. The hard blue oblique version. I think it's just really cool, and I think I would wear it very similar to this, and it goes with my style and the way I like to wear my bags, so I think I want to add that in. Then we have this Petite Mal. I've still never used this, but this is one of those bags that I don't care. I love this one so much. I think it's so pretty. It's got the rose gold hardware. It's got the light grey, the light pink. I just really, really love it. So it still makes my heart happy. So I'm nowhere near deciding that this one's going. So even though this has never been used, this one stays. Obviously this one stays. I've only just got this. I think it's really cool. I did get a few comments on my video saying, oh, can't wait to hear that you've returned that or it's sold already. No, it's still here. It's not going anywhere. I really do love it. I know it was very expensive. I just think I really love it, and I definitely can't see this one going anywhere. I think there's another bag that it might be going to give a run for its money, and one that I never thought I would consider letting go. But I wonder if this is going to kind of take the place of this whenever I would use this. This is the Colour Block Chanel fabric bag, which I would use quite casually thrown on crossbody like this. And I've worn it like that probably every time I've taken it out. That's how I see this. I see this as a casual either by the handle or crossbody bag. And I wonder if it's maybe going to make this one a little redundant maybe. And I know Dale doesn't like this bag. I think it's one of her least favourites in my collection. I do like it though. I love the colours. But I've just been considering if this is maybe going to squeeze this one out. So I don't know if I'm ready to make that decision yet. I have not had this very long, so I don't know how that's going to work yet. But this is probably in the maybe pile, and that's why it's in the maybe pile, and this is in the staying pile. Raspberry Caviar Mini. Meredith has this in the chevron with the light gold hardware, which is probably my preferred version. This is the quilting in the silver, but it's still beautiful and stunning. And I did notice that I still have in it just the other day, just to give us all a bit of a, There's the initial card. This was 18B, and the price on this is $3,300. Caviar Chanel Mini, $3,300. Those days have gone. But I thought about letting this one go before, probably because it's more red than it is pink, than it is raspberry. The chevron that we were talking about in the purple or the berry is my preferred colour, but this is just so easy to use. I brought this to London when I was there meeting all of the fabulous YouTubers, and I wore this on the last day with a black jumpsuit, and even though it was black with the caviar, I didn't have to worry, and there's not a mark on it. So I don't think I can let this go just because it's so usable. And it is a fabulous colour. It's just, I probably prefer more of a berry magenta type tone. But being in the caviar, it's just so easy to use. So I think this one probably stays. I'm going to put it in the maybe pile, but I think it's probably staying. The two burgundy bags I have left in my collection is my saddle bag, which I think is so cool. And then I have the Coach shearling bag. This is the Coach Tabby in the 18, I believe. It's the smaller one. When I first got this bag, I used it that winter, and I really think with these sorts of colours, isn't it really cool? Isn't it really cute? I think it's a really good look when you wear it with something like this. And I do really like the shearling, and I don't want to buy a shearling at Louis Vuitton Chanel type prices because I'm Irish and the weather's not fabulous. But I think last winter I didn't wear this one at all. And I didn't wear it at all because it kind of got pushed out by this. So anytime I was going for a burgundy, I went for the saddlebag, and I still have on it the Louis Vuitton strap, and that's kind of how I wear it. Again, mixing the brands doesn't bother me. I just think I like the shape of this one more. So this one keeps getting peaked, even though the colour of this one is maybe slightly nicer. And I do like that it's shearling and it's furry. I just keeps getting piqued by this, and I only want to have bags left in my collection that I absolutely love. So I think this one is on the going pile. This one's on the staying pile. 3 pink bags. Well, this is kind of pink. My niece calls this my princess bag. This is the reissue in the metallic from the Met d'Art collection, I think 1920 or 2021. This summer this didn't get very much use because I was intent on using this one. So I used this one instead of this one. I think I've half considered if I would let this go before, but I don't think I can. I think it's too pretty, and I think the colours, all the different colours in it, I think out of those two, I would still be coming down on this one potentially going and this one staying. And I think a problem that this bag has for me is that I have a few bright, fun Chanel minis, and I have a limit to how much I can use them, and I think this one kind of suffers for that. This one, no, I think she has to stay. The times that I use this bag, I love it, and when I take this bag on holiday and it shines in the sun, right, this one has to stay. Next pink bag. The Dior, Lady Dior in this beautiful iridescent hardware. I just love this. This stays. I don't use this that much, but this is another one of those bags that even though I don't use it that much, I love it. It's the only Lady Dior I have in this size. The colour I think is fabulous. I love the hardware. I don't use the crossbody strap, but I love to hand carry this one. Even with the limited use that it gets, and I have a video on how annoying this bag is, even with how annoying it is, this one has to stay. I just can't imagine letting this go yet. I say yet, do I think I would ever let it go? I don't know. I love this, but for now this one stays, and that brings me to this pink bag. Now, this hurts my heart a little bit. I have always said that I wasn't going to let this bag go for sentimental purposes, but I've kind of maybe come around to the point that it's maybe time, to move this one on. I haven't worn this bag in years. I can't remember the last time I wore this bag. I kept it because it was one of my first leather luxury bags. It's a limited edition, so I love the black and white monogram on the hardware on the lock. I think that's fabulous, and I love this on the strap. It's pink vernis, which is the patent leather for Louis Vuitton. It does have a couple of marks on it, so this would be well under retail if I decided to sell it. It's in good condition inside. The only reason I haven't let this go before is sentimental attachment to it, but I think that's kind of going. The last time I did a vlog sale, I thought about selling this and I decided not to, and I still haven't used it since, and it's not that I've even really looked at it just to look at and admire. So I think it's probably time to face the fact that this one's ready to go. This, I have realised how few Louis Vuitton monogram bags I have left. I used to have a lot more. I had the Nano Speedy, I had the Palm Springs Mini. I used to wear them more. My colour bags kind of take over from my monogram bags, but this of the monogram bags is my favourite. This is the Papillon trunk bag. It's the little cylinder. Gwenny has this in a fabulous pink epi, which is just insane looking. If I'm wearing a monogram bag, and the strap from the Dior saddlebag is the one that comes with this. If I'm wearing a monogram bag, this hangs like this with the chain down, and I think that's pretty fab. So this one is staying. I think I might get to the point in my collection that this is the only monogram crossbody bag left, which I never thought I would get to, but this one is the one that makes the grade. Now, bit of a story with this bag. This Chanel seasonal bag, I did decide to sell before. I decided I would sell this in my last vlog sale. I sent this to Rod at the Luxe Theory, who's fabulous with the bags. This one didn't sell for a while, and then when it didn't sell, I decided I didn't want to sell it, and I asked Rod to send it back. I decided with the chain that the chain was so cool that I wanted to keep it, and it's a fabulous crossbody bag. It's a great length. The colour of it is like a coral colour. It's a fab colour. It's a very soft leather, and I decided that this one needed to stay. I think I've decided again I need to let it go, because since I got it back from Rod, I've never worn it, and it's the chain that I love, and I think that's really, really striking and fabulous, and it is a great crossbody bag. My problem is I have so many, and that sounds, I know, first world problems, but my first world problem is I have so many Chanel crossbody bags that this one doesn't get used, and when I go to pick one up, it's more of those pink colours or the teal green, so this one gets left. And as much as I decided to get it back because I loved it, I think I obviously don't love it enough to wear it. I don't seek it out, and it's sitting on the shelf still never used, so this one I think I need to let go. Two of my handheld bags, the Birkin. The Birkin definitely is staying, simply because I'm never paying this sort of money for a bag again to get another Birkin. Did I just say something I'm going to have to eat my words on down the line? I'm sure if I do, you guys will tell me, but the thought at the minute of paying for these again, and I love it with the grey, it's beautiful. This is the Rose Papri. It's the colour that I wanted. It's the Birkin 25 Togo Palladium. I went down the reseller route to get the exact bag I wanted without waiting, without buying anything else. That please, that's what I would like, and here it is. So there's no thoughts at the minute to sell this bag. I love it. Even though with it being handheld, it's not one of my most used bags, because I can't put it across me if I need to, especially if the children are there. I don't really use this bag that much if I'm out for the day with the children, maybe if we were going for a dinner or something, but that restricts its use a bit, but they will grow. They will grow, and the Birkin will still be here, and we will live happily together. So this one definitely stays, and the other handheld type bag that is in the less used category but is fabulous is the Arty Capucines, and I know that there are a few of you have asked me if I would sell you this bag. I don't think I can. I know I don't use it as much as my more casual bags, but when I do use it, it's fabulous. I love it. I feel like it's fabulous. I love the colours on it. I love the artwork on it. I know some people hate it, but a lot of my bags aren't for everybody, and this is just one that has to stay. For a lot of you guys, this is your least favourite of my Chanel bags. I think it's cool. It's like a Christmas jumper. It's like a ski jumper. It's too short. And somebody did very thankfully send me my reminder to get the chain extended. So I have actually contacted leather surgeons. I've made a little bit of progress to send this and get the chain extended. Probably the leather in the chain will be replaced to make this a length that I can wear crossbody. I think it's cool. It's not for everybody. It's definitely not. It's definitely not a classic Chanel bag. It is made of jumper material, but I really like it. I just think this will be, when the chain fits me, a throw on. Obviously not in the rain. I was going to say winter bag, but the rain would destroy this, so not them. But a throw on, casual, throw everything in bag. Yeah, I really like this. I think it's cool, and I know you guys don't love it, but I do. Chanel 19. Not one of my most exciting bags, but one of my most used bags because it's practical, and a lot of my bags are not bought for practicality, whereas this one is just so easy to use. There is enough about it for a black bag with the big CC and the chains to make it interesting for me. Luckily, I bought this when the Chanel 19 wasn't long out, so it was a lot less expensive than it is now. This one stays just because it's practical and it gets a lot of use. My Ateliers Auguste bag, that is also pretty new. This stays. I wear this to work with my Neverfull if I don't want to be wearing a very highly designered bag. So this one, again, practical, gets work use. She stays. Had this forever. Going nowhere, even though not used that often. Then we have the rose gold Chanel Mini, the bag that everybody went crazy for. This is not long back from the Maldives with me. Well-travelled little lady, this bag. This, to me, is one of the few neutrals I have. Meredith has called this an interesting neutral, which is exactly what it is. As you've just seen most of my collection, I don't really have many neutral bags. They're not what makes my heart sing. So this gets an awful lot of use because it's one of the only few. Even with something like this today, it looks pretty fabulous. But it goes with so much. So this bag's going nowhere. It's also very expensive to buy. So if I got rid of this and I changed my mind, I would hate to buy this bag at the resale price that you can get on the market for this. And this I still love. When I look at this bag, it's still one of those bags that gives me the giddies. So this one's definitely staying. Two little bits of orange in my collection. This is definitely staying. This is the first mini capucines I ever got. This is the plexiglass handle. Even though it doesn't get used, none of my bags get used a huge amount apart from the Neverfull. And that's the reality of having this amount and having to swap in and out of them. The thing is, and as I keep saying, as long as I love it enough, it stays. This is the one that I love enough, and this is so cute. This is so cool and so cute. I definitely am keeping this bag. I know a lot of people thought, really? And will you use it? I just think it's cool. I love that it's really small. It does fit my phone. It's bright orange. It was not, I used Brown Thomas points towards this, so this was not the most expensive in my collection. So for bright orange, which I maybe don't wear as much as pink, this is a really good option because it didn't have quite as hefty a price tag. Even in my 40s, I think I'm doing really well at doing this on my knees, so as you guys can get all of the bags in the shop. Wonder if they'll still be speaking to me, my knees, tomorrow. Anyway, multi-pochette accessoire from Louis Vuitton. I don't love this bag, and I've said that in a few videos. I've always kept this bag because it's very usable. It's a very usable mum bag, especially when my youngest was still in nappies, because we would have the big nappy bag and then this was very light. But I don't love it, and when I wear it, I think I've just fallen out of love with this bag. I did wear it a lot. Well, not a lot, because as per the amount of bags that I have, none are worn a lot. But I did wear it for my collection. But I haven't really worn it, and I don't really love it. I don't really love the look of it. I think I've just one of those bags I've fallen out of love with. So this one I think is finally going to go, even though I did get some advice to maybe keep it because it's usable and it's practical. But even when I do use it in those circumstances, I don't love it anymore. And those are the types of bags I'm trying to let go and only keep what I absolutely love and enjoy. Another easy one, she stays. I adore this bag. This Chanel sequence bag is, oh, there's money in there. When did I last use that? Wherever I've left that, I've left money in it. I did not remember that. That was a great little find. This bag shows you I also use this bag. This bag I love. I think this is just a little candy wrapper. It's very me. Love, love, love. That one stays. This might shock some of you. So, when I got this bag, I was trying to be a lot more intentional with my shopping, and I was trying to not buy as many bags, which I'm still doing because I'm trying to only have bags I love. I kind of suggested to myself when I bought this one that I might need to let this one go, because to me these are very similar and they're a very similar look and type of bag. And the Chanel Graffiti Mini from the Matriarch and the Sequenced from the LA collection. I think for me, I'm going to wear those quite similar occasions or outfits. And I know I keep saying if I love it enough. When I got this bag, I absolutely adored this bag. I paid over retail for this because I wanted it, I loved it, I think it's beautiful. I haven't worn this bag. I was trying to remember. I think I used this bag once to walk from my car to a shop and back to my car in maybe the last 2 years or 2.5 years. That's ridiculous. It's crazy. For a bag that I am meant to love and use. So I'm kind of debating if I keep this one, which I've only just got. I love Paris, Cambon, all of these colours, sequenced, very up my street. So this one goes on this stay pile. But it is making me debate if this one goes. And she's stunning, she's beautiful. I know this will shock a few people. I know this is a favourite. When I did my Chanel collection video, this is a favourite of so many of you. And I do love the Chanel on it, and I do love the flower on it. But I don't. 2 years and I haven't used it. So I'm actually considering letting that one go. That's going in the maybe pile, and I've probably got further on considering letting that go than I ever thought that I would. Okay, I have 32 in the staying, 34 if you count the lips bag and the Ateliers Auguste. I know a lot of people maybe don't. 32 top tier level designer. I have 5 in the letting go, so there's 5 bags that are definitely going. I'm going to spin you around, and there's 5 in the maybe, and they're all Chanel. So let's see. So these are all the bags that are definitely staying. Hi Dale, hi Meredith in the background. These are the ones that we've went through, and I have no inclination at the moment to even consider letting go of. So we have 34 in total, or 32 that are the top level designer. Then if we move across here, these are the maybes. Can't actually believe there's 5 Chanel in that, but there's the graffiti at the back, there's the tweed, there's the raspberry caviar, the cocoa crush, and the colour block. The front 3, these 3, are probably the ones that are most likely to stay. I know it sounds like I'm talking about something a lot more difficult letting go than handbags, but I find it really difficult to let go handbags. So those are the maybes, and then these are the ones that are going. We have the saddlebag at the back, the Coach Tabby, the Louis Vuitton twist, finally, the Chanel seasonal bag, and the multi-pochette accessoire. So, oh my goodness, there we go, right across the room. And then the bigger pile obviously is what's staying. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think on the maybes. Let me know what you think on the ones that are going. I will be getting around now to film the vlog sale. I obviously will have made the decisions on the maybes before that. Then I'm going to put all of these back on, and I'm probably going to do an updated closet tour. That's been requested quite a lot. So once I get the bags sorted that are going, and we're down to the bags that I love and are staying, I will film an updated closet tour for you. So make sure you're subscribed to see that. That's been heavily requested. I'll try and get that done as soon as I can. but the vlog sale will come first. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for helping me debate. Let me know in the comment box. Please take care. If you enjoyed this in any way, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you for being here. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.